Assalamualaikum and welcome to my video. Today we will explore about DC motor starters and we will explain about what is DC motor starters, why DC motor starters are important, purposes of DC motor starters, and the principles of DC motor starters. What is the DC motor starter? A DC motor starter is a device used to safely start and stop a DC motor. It controls the initial height inrush of current to prevent damage to the motor and electrical components. Starters come in various types, each suited for specific applications. Why the DC motor starter are important? Without a starter, a DC motor can draw several times its full load current during startup, leading to overheating, excessive wear, or even the damage to the motor and power supply. Starters help mitigate this risk by gradually increasing voltage. Purposes of DC motor starters. Firstly, it is to protect the motor against damage due to short circuits in the equipment. Secondly, it also to protect the motor against damage due to long-term overloads. Third, to protect motor against damage due to excessive starting currents. And lastly, to provide a convenient manner in which to control the operating speed of the motor. Principles of the DC motor starters. Firstly, back EMF. When a DC motor runs, it generates its own voltage called back EMF, which opposes the applied voltage. This back EMF limits the current flow during startup, hindering smooth starting. Secondly, current limitation. DC motor starters address this by introducing a variable resistor in series with the armature circuit during startup. This resistance acts as a current limiter, reducing the initial current surge. Third, gradual acceleration. As the motor speeds up, the back EMF increases. The starter progressively reduces the resistance in the armature circuit. This allows for a gradual rise in current, allowing the motor to smoothly accelerate and reach its full speed. Number 4. Protection features. Firstly, no volt coil. This coil ensures the starter automatically resets to off if power is lost, preventing unexpected restarts. Next, overload protection. Some starters have overload relays that cut off power if the motor draws excessive current, protecting it from damage. Lastly, starter types. There is 3 starter types. Firstly, 3-point starter. It is used with shunt and compound wound motors. It has connections for line, field, and armature winding with the variable resistor. Next, 4-point starter. It is similar to the 3-point but has a separate terminal for the no-volt coil, providing additional safety. And lastly, series motor starters. It is simply designed with 2 terminals, line and motor, used for series wound motors, less common due to starting current limitation.